Hi there, I'm Jem and this is Paul.
Sure.
We're Yoga Rhapsody and very passionate about both our music and our yoga. And we wanted to offer some mini bite-sized practices that could be of use around now, through these challenging times. And we wanted to start off with something really simple, because I always think simple is really good and a good place to start. And we've been thinking or noticing in our own kind of daily living how easy it is to touch our face, even though we're being told time and time again not to do so. And so it crossed my mind, well, why don't we start to bring our hands into our yoga practice so that we can essentially feel them, become a lot more aware of them and where they are in space. So if you have 10 minutes, if that, to join us, then we'd love you to do so. You could obviously find a wee bit of floor space like I've set up here, but you don't need to. Just find some space where you can kind of wave your arms around and we'll make a start. So when you have found a comfortable spot, I'm just going to bring our hands together, and we do this quite often to bring blood to the surface, to bring warmth to the hands. But I just want you to rub as much as you possibly can here until you feel a little bit of friction and a little bit of heat between the hands. And then just keep rubbing. And then around about now, you could take your hands apart and just notice what you can feel in the palms. So that dance or fizz of energy that might just be playing out on the skin surface there. So already we start to build this mind-body connection. You can essentially feel these hands and where they are in space. And then we'll move through some different movements and different conditioning techniques to create some space and mobility around the joints and the wrists. So to start, if you just make a fist with me and then spark the fingers out wide, and then make a fist again and spark the fingers out wide, stretching right through all fingertips there. You're going to keep doing this, but just quicken it up a little bit. And as you do this, just notice where you can feel the effort. Which parts of the hands you might feel, not only in the palms, but the back of the hands, the wrists. And then we'll take them to the sky. Does anything change? Is it the same? Take them out to the side. What happens then? And then bring them back down towards your side. Cool, we're going to repeat that when you're ready. Bring them out here.
Church on Sunday morning.
Keep going overhead.
Grandma said, play the tambourine so well.
Out to the side.
Grandma said, used to issue out warning.
Back
She
by your
said,
side.
Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of grass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma said.
Awesome. So very simple, but do you feel the effort that your hands have just gone to? Can you give the fingers a nice wiggle? And then give your hands a shake. So one of the most simplest things we can do is simply shake a body part to become more aware of it. And then we'll use our floor space, if you've got some, and bring the hands to the mat. We'll find tabletop position, so you've got your shoulders over your wrists and your fingers spread nice and wide. And then just look or glance over the fingertips and just run your gaze from one finger to another. Press down through fingertips, press down through the knuckles of the hands, heels of the hands, and you'll just feel your arms lengthen slightly. Keep that as you draw mini circles with your chest. And then go the other way. Just starting to warm the wrists up. And then pause and try again now on your fingertips, but really press down through the fingertips if you can. Can you keep your belly soft and your toes relaxed and circle in one direction? And then in the other direction. Nice. And then bring the palms flat. So I'm going to talk through this and then we'll do a few rounds. I'm going to ask you to lift the heels of the hands off the mat. And then lift the knuckles off the mat so you're on your fingertips and you're really pressing down through your fingertips. And then bring knuckles back to the floor, heels of the hands back to the floor. Repeat when you're ready, lift the heels of the hands, knuckles, lower the knuckles, heels of the hands, and we'll keep going when you're ready.
Soothe the local one with mother. Grandma's head used to ache sometimes and swear. Grandma's head, well, they really came in handy, she said. Really didn't understand that you really love that man. Put yourself in Jesus' hands, Grandma's head.
Gorgeous. When you're ready, allow the knuckles to drop, heels of the hands to drop. Maybe sit back and give your hands another shake. Doing this with kindness, as always. We're not forcing this on our bodies. We're not trying to put it through anything that it's not keen to try. Listening to the wrists. But just for a moment, see how you feel about bringing the back of the hands to the mat. Spreading the fingers wide, bending the elbows, and then very gently start to straighten the arms. Take a few steady breaths towards the belly, let the belly relax. Notice how your your elbows want to protect your wrists. But using these slow breaths, we just give a signal to the body that it's okay, a signal to the nervous system. Lovely. And then come back, give them a shake, and we'll set up for another wee movement. Palms come to the mat again. All I'm going to ask you to do is tuck your toes, and we'll get to give the toes a wee stretch at the same time. And as you come back, you can peel the fingers up off the mat, but keep pressing the heels of your hands into the floor. And then slowly, with the breath in, come up, come forward, maybe just go over the wrists. And on the breath out, we return butt to heels. As and when you're ready, start moving with your own breath. See if you can move slowly. And see if you can slow it down again.
Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands pick me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, yeah, they really came in handy, she said. Billy, don't you run so fast, might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's head.
Nice. So you should probably, or you most probably would have felt that through the length of the arms and maybe around the shoulder blades. What we'll do now is see how your hands feel about turning around. So fingertips are facing the knees, the front of the wrist towards the front of the mat. Keep your fingertips on the floor, tuck your toes, and you're very slowly peeling hands off the mat to a place where you can still breathe and smile as a bonus. Be very gentle, be kind. All and then return back. Find a seat so you can give your hands another shake.
She used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's head.
Make a fist.
Pick me up each time I fell.
Circle.
Grandma's hands, boy, they really came handy, she said. Billy, don't you whip that boy. What you got a spanking for? He ain't got no apple core, and I don't have grandma anymore. If I go to heaven, I'll be sure.
Awesome, and then just finish off by sending the fist down. A few steady breaths. Release the hands and just let the palms face up somewhere on your lap or beside you. Close the eyes. And see if we can take 3 more mindful breaths, slowing it down. Essentially bringing your eyes, your mind into the palms of your hands. maybe a moment of gratitude for these hands and everything they do. Everything they do that we are often so unaware of. Opening the eyes. And one other thing you can do is give yourself a clap. Cool, so thank you. Very simple, but something that could be really useful. A lot of us suffer from repetitive strain from the things that we do on a daily basis, whether that's typing. I know from cutting hair, I suffer with it. So being able to move the joints in our hands and wrists and just start to strengthen, and in doing so create a little bit more mobility, is always going to be good for us. It makes this part of our body more adaptable as well and resilient. And when we start to feel those qualities in our certain body parts, we're going to start to feel that on a deeper level. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us, and we hope to be back with you soon. Namaste.